Hello everybody, this is me Adishri with the 11th episode of Myth Taken. Today I'll tell the tale of Vishnu's 4th avatar, that is the Narasimha. Hiranyakashipu, that is the asura brother of Hiranyaksha who had been killed by the Varaha avatar of Vishnu, had been away while his brother had been killed. When he came back and heard about this incident, he immediately left for the Himalayas and undertook severe tapas to please Brahma. Delighted by his sincerity, Brahma appeared before him. Like any other asura before him, Hiranyakashipu demanded immortality. Brahma, as usual, refused. Hiranyakashipu then asked a strange boon. This boon stated that he could not be killed by man or beast. He could not be killed during day or night. He could not be killed inside or outside a house. This was a strange boon, and in a way it made him immortal, or so he thought. Brahma granted him this. Soon after this, Hiranyakashipu's wife Kayadu became pregnant with a boy child. After this, Hiranyakashipu departed to conquer other kingdoms. But soon after his departure, Indra came and conquered Hiranyakashipu's land. Kayadu was forced to flee from her kingdom. On the way, Kayadu met the travelling sage Narada and sought shelter in his ashram. Here, she gave birth to the boy child. Narada, in his affectionate way, named the child Prahalada. One thing that happened during his stay in the ashram was that Prahalada became a great devotee of Vishnu. This was because, while he was still in his mother's womb, he had heard that Vishnu was the greatest and most supreme being on the universe. Soon after this, Hiranyakashipu returned after conquering the foreign kingdoms. He soon learned how Indra had invaded his palace, destroyed it, and how his wife and child were residing in Narad's ashram. He rushed to Narada's ashram and sought back his child and wife. He came back with them to his palace victorious as ever. After this certain episode, Hiranyakashipu's anger towards the gods and in particular towards Vishnu grew more. Years passed and Prahalada grew into a happy, cheerful child. He was soon sent for higher education, and his gurus found him a pleasant one indeed. The only flaw that his teachers found in him was that he was always repeating to himself that Vishnu is the greatest and most supreme being on the universe. This was very troubling because his father, Hiranyakashipu, had declared after the episode with Indra that no one in his land would ever utter the name of his worst enemy, Vishnu. Once, while Prahalada was on a visit to his parents, Hiranyakashipu affectionately placed him on his lap and asked him what he had learned at the Gurukul. Prahalada replied with calmness that Vishnu is the greatest and most supreme being on the universe. Shocked, Hiranyakashipu flung him onto the ground. Kayadu, who was in the next room, came running to see if her son was fine. Seeing him on the ground and Hiranyakashipu in a great rage, she started fearing the worst. Enraged by his son's response, he summoned the teachers of the Gurukul and questioned them on who had taught his son this insufferable word. The teachers replied fearfully that Prahalada was a pleasant child who studied whatever was taught to him equally diligently and without any complaints. He threw no tantrums and was ever a golden student. But his one flaw is that he refuses to change his belief about Vishnu. After listening to the talk of the teacher, Hiranyakashipu calmed down and decided to give the teachers a second chance to erase Vishnu's name from the boy's memory. But whatever the teachers tried, it was of no use, for it was firmly embedded into Prahalada's mind that Vishnu was indeed the greatest and most supreme being on the universe. Time passed, and still there was no change in Prahalada's beliefs on Vishnu. Seeing this, Hiranyakashipu's patience wore thin. He decided that he himself would have to do something about this, or he would lose face in front of his citizens. He called Prahalada to him one day and said that he was going to be thrown off a high mountain so that his belief on Vishnu would then at least change. He would see that Vishnu was not the only savior and he could not save him this time. Prahalada calmly replied, "Do whatever you want, father, for Vishnu will always save me." Hearing this, Hiranyakashipu grew more enraged and ordered his soldiers to immediately take Prahalada to a mountain and throw him off. Thus, Hiranyakashipu's soldiers took Prahalada to a mountain top and pushed him off. But on reaching the bottom, they found that Prahalada was sitting there in a cross-legged position, chanting Hari Om. They reported this to the king, but Hiranyakashipu wouldn't believe them. He ordered for poison to be given to Prahalada, and that too before him. But even as the poison touched Prahalada's lips, it turned into nectar and the boy again escaped unarmed. Next, Hiranyakashipu ordered for Prahalada to be thrown into a raging fire. But here too, Prahalada remained unburned and unharmed. Hiranyakashipu did not know what to do next. He was frustrated, angry, sad, dejected, and absolutely could not accept the fact that his own son, his own flesh and blood, was a true devotee of his worst enemy. One day, late in the evening, Hiranyakashipu summoned Prahalada and asked him where the Lord Vishnu that he worshipped so much resided. Call out to him, for I want to see him. Prahalada replied smilingly that he was present everywhere. Hiranyakashipu mocked him and asked him whether he was present in the wall, in the door, in the window, or on the pillar. Prahalada smilingly replied that he was present in all the places that his father had mentioned. Hiranyakashipu asked him then, "Is he in that pillar too? Then ask him to come out and fight me." Almost immediately, with a lightning sound, the pillar cracked open and Lord Narasimha, that is, half man, half lion, appeared out of it. In a trice, Lord Narasimha lifted Hiranyakashipu off his feet and carried him and sat on the doorway and killed him. In this way, Lord Vishnu satisfied all the conditions in Lord Brahma's boon. He took the avatar of Lord Narasimha, that is, half man, half beast. He killed Hiranyakashipu on the doorway, which is neither outside the house nor inside the house. He was killed during twilight, which is neither day nor night. Afterwards, Narasimha blessed Prahalada and said that whenever people remembered Narasimha, people would also remember Prahalada. With this, we come to the end of the tale of Vishnu's fourth avatar, that is Narasimha. Thank you and have a nice day.